House Domestic Policy Advisor Susan Rice will officially step down tomorrow. Rice announced her resignation last month. She had served in the Biden administration for the past 2.5 years, helping the president expand the Affordable Care Act, pass the Inflation Reduction Act, and create gun control legislation. Rice also served as U.S. ambassador to the United Nations during the Obama administration before being named National Security Advisor. And Susan Rice joins us now. It is great to have you in your exit interview, so to speak, on the show this morning. And Susan, you've made history. I mean, nobody has served as National Security Advisor and Domestic Policy Advisor in U.S. history, as well as UN. Are you feeling, just personally, are you feeling ready to walk out the door tomorrow? What are your personal feelings about that?
Well, honestly, Mika, I have mixed feelings. It's been an extraordinary privilege to get to serve again at the White House and serve President Biden and our country. And I'm going to miss him, and I'm going to miss the team. I'm going to miss all of my extraordinary colleagues at the Domestic Policy Council and throughout the White House and the cabinet and the administration. I leave very gratified and proud of what we've been able to do for the American people. But I also, I don't have any immediate plans. I intend to take a rest, see family, travel over the summer. And it's a little weird, quite honestly, to leave a position and not know what I'm doing. I spent 8 years in the Clinton administration and 8 years in the Obama administration. So this is a good thing for me to do, to open a new chapter, but it does come with some mixed emotions.
Oh, I can imagine. I mean, you mentioned the 8 years under Clinton and 8 years under Obama and 2.5 years under, but you've been going at it for a long time. And to make that change is important because, as you and I know, there's a long runway. So I'm excited to see what you do next. I really am, and glad to hear that you're taking some time. I'm curious. I want to sort of go around the world for you and back to the job that you have now. But you had the job that my dad had, National Security Advisor. And I'm just curious what your thoughts are on what are the greatest challenges that this country is facing geostrategically.
Well, obviously, Mika, we're facing unprecedented aggression from a superpower in Russia, and its, completely unjustified invasion of Ukraine is not only the biggest strategic challenge that Europe has faced in decades, and obviously the United States as part of NATO, but it also does not bode well for how Russia will comport itself going forward. We face also a real significant competition with China, where we need to balance the opportunities that we have to work together on things that are in our mutual interest, while at the same time recognizing that they pose major challenges in many respects, and that we have a full-blown competition. So those are among the challenges, but, there are many others that perhaps get less attention on a daily basis, those that cross national boundaries, challenges related to environment, climate, disease. Transnational terrorist organizations still exist and have to be reckoned with. We face new technology challenges with respect to artificial intelligence. So all of these are real issues, and they come at a time when there are pressures on democracies around the world, including here at home.
Exactly. So let's talk about here at home. As Domestic Policy Advisor, just what do you put as your proudest accomplishment during your time serving?
Well, thank you for asking that, Mika. I wish I could point to one, but let me talk about healthcare as one where I think we've really made a difference. Under the Affordable Care Act and the expansion of that and the reduction of premiums, we've been able to sign up 9 million new Americans for health care coverage under the Affordable Care Act. That's helped bring down the rate of uninsured people in this country to its lowest level in history of 8%. Now, somebody can go on the healthcare.gov and sign up for a plan and save on an individual basis about $800 a year. 4 out of 5 families 4 out of 5 people can go on healthcare.gov and find a plan that is available to them for less than $10 a month. So we have vastly expanded the affordability and availability of health insurance. At the same time, we have reduced prices for prescription drugs for seniors on Medicare, and we have compelled, for the first time, pharmaceutical companies to negotiate with Medicare to lower prescription drug prices. From prescription drugs to health care costs to our work to expand access to mental health care, which is an extremely important challenge we face. I'm very proud of what we've been able to do in that space, among others.
I want to ask you about another issue, and that's guns. And I know President Biden and this White House has worked to get anything they can get done on gun safety legislation and also mental health. But what's the realm of possible in this arena, given that we have mass slaughters of little kids and they go by, and some states are doubling down on their policies and gun sales are going up rather than down? Are you losing hope?
No, Mika, I'm not losing hope, because the vast majority of Americans agree on a bipartisan basis that it is ridiculous that we do not have universal background checks for guns, that we can't get a grip on things like assault weapons and high-capacity magazines. Common sense gun safety reforms are very, very popular, even among gun owners. So what we have is a problem with Republicans in Congress and in state legislatures that are making policies that are out of step with the vast majority of their constituents.
The soon-to-be former White House domestic policy advisor, Susan Rice, thank you very much, and congratulations. Thank you very much for being on with us, too, this morning.
Thank you so much, Mika. Good to be with you. Thank you for having me.
Take care. And we'll be right back with much more Morning Joe.